Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
On an unrelated topic, and this might hit close to home with some landscapers. I had a member of the crew lose their license last week.
Oh man.
Yeah. And he was worried that he was going to lose his job with us. I'm like, dude, you're not going to lose your job. But now, obviously, you can't drive the work trucks. You know, even after you get your license reinstated, you can't drive the work trucks because that's how it's going to be. So,
Yeah, the insurance won't cover them.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't know, but we're not going to take the chance. So now you have to be driven around to the job and whatever, which is fine because we have other guys that can drive and all this stuff. So, so that's going to be that. He just, like I told him, like, you don't have to worry about not having a job, but you're also a grown ass man, like sort your life out. But how much can you baby these people? How much are you responsible for who they are as people and what they want to do with their private time? Or are you responsible as a business owner to get help for these people or whatever?
Get help?
I don't know. I saw an episode of something one time and the the boss found out that the person, yeah, no, it was a story. My mom had a friend who was a manager of Winners or something, and one of the employees turned out to be a drug addict, and so they fired them because they weren't coming to work or something like that. But then they got in trouble for firing them whenever they should have got them help because they knew they were a drug addict. So,
That sounds about on board with Ontario.
yeah.
A zero level of personal responsibility.
Yeah, so I'm just like, and I don't want to fire the guy. He's a great worker. Like he is a genuinely good person, but he needs some help. Um, but
But
along
losing
those
your
lines,
license and being a drug addict aren't really relatable.
what
You
and
can
being
lose well, I could lose my license tomorrow, today. I could go out tonight and speed
but
and get my license taken.
but if you lost it because you were drinking, then
That's different.
you know,
You didn't say that.
well,
You just said he lost his
well, I
license.
didn't want to get too
I
far
know
into it.
people who've lost their license. In my landscaping career, I've encountered people who've lost their license for every reason. That being probably like 50% of the license losses right there,
Yeah,
what you just said. But there's also a variety of other things. Speeding, like over 50 kilometers over the speed limit,
yeah,
dangerous driving, drag racing.
yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different ways you can. So I didn't want to assume that that's how the license was lost but now that, yeah. So, but that also could not necessarily relate to an actual problem. Could just be a bad night.
Well, it happened in the daytime, so
Maybe it was a good night the night before.
well, that's apparently what it was, right? But
Mm,
there's been mornings whenever we smelt alcohol on the guy, and I knew he wasn't drinking that morning, but
yeah.
it definitely was the night before. So, whatever, we'll see. The guy still has his job. Like I say, we'll make concessions for people who are good workers, but you can't come to work drunk,
No.
right? And you
Well,
should,
because then, like, are you going to operate equipment?
well, not this guy particularly, but it doesn't matter. Regardless of whether you're operating equipment or not, you can't come to work drunk.
No, I know, but I'm saying if you're suspicious about his daytime behaviors, you don't want him running equipment either. That's all I was
Correct.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You don't want to slam him into a tilt rotator.
no, well, he's
Because if
not,
he's good at running a tilt rotator, he's not probably not that great an operator to begin with if he needs one. So, you don't want to just slam him in there.
don't want to
It's
slam
not
him.
like you had a highly skilled operator you're giving it to. You got someone who needs a tilt rotator to get the fucking work done.
Yeah, exactly how it works with tilt rotators.
Pretty much exactly.
Um, Uh, on an on a sort of related note, we hired someone else today.
Ooh.
Hired another
Hmm.
new guy. It's coming to us from Ottawa.
Is he
And
moving down or is he driving
yeah,
from
yeah,
Ottawa
yeah.
over
So
here?
he's got a, and I don't know how long this guy's gonna last, but he seems good. Like it was a good interview. He's moving down because his girlfriend, he started dating a girl from here a year ago or whatever. Um, so we'll see. He seems to have some landscape experience in his back pocket. You know, it's a great interview whenever his girlfriend drives him to the interview and stays there while he gets interviewed. That's when you know you got a real landscaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his day drinking at someone else's landscape
Yeah.
company.
I don't know. I want to give anybody the benefit of the doubt to start. And he seemed agreeable and nice and stuff. And we have a mutual friend somehow, according to Facebook. So did a little
Hmm.
background check there and stuff. And um,
He doesn't get violent when he sells things on Marketplace.
no, apparently this guy's good. Well,
How do you find you guys?
I don't know. No
Yeah.
clue.
Oh.
No clue. Well, I don't know
Did
where
he
else.
just send you did he just send you a
Wait, he came through my website. He says, I'd like to send you a a resume, but you can't do it through the the prompt on my website. So he asked for my email and I said, send it here, whatever. Which this is a great segue into our little ditty with Intrigue Media because they're building me an entirely new website that can hopefully handle this sort of thing. Actually, they're building a web page for uh, the crew, or not the crew, but like the important people. They're like, can we get a headshot of you and the important people? And I'm just like, fuck, we're all ugly. We're all landscapers. Like, there's no good headshots. And are you sure you want them on the website? I don't know if this is.
so our website people asked us if we wanted
I don't
um
know if I asked them. I said, "Does this really do what you want it to do?" They're like, "Well, it's nice to have a fit to be able to put a face to everything." I'm just like, "Yeah, but we're landscapers."
so I went through all the pictures that I had and like probably 10 years ago now with the 8 ton at Ridge Lake, I put the GoPro on it and I put it way up in the air and I took a reverse picture of everyone standing in front of the excavator. So I sent them that picture and I said, "Here, use this." So
Yeah,
it's not our excavator. And although some of the people in the picture still work with me, so there is some employees and there's some people I don't even remember their fucking name.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, "Well, do you want me to get headshots of all the guys or whatever?" And she's like, "Well, just the important ones." I'm like, oh, "We're not enough for that." And I'm like, "She like, can you get a headshot?" I'm like, "Fuck, I'll run it through AI." Took off all my tattoos. I look completely different.
Oh, really? Is that what the headshot was? I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
wondering.
Yeah, I'm just like, do I use this? Because it's sort of me, but it's not really me. You know, like people gonna
Why
look
don't
at
you
that
just
guy and
send
look at me and be
pictures
like,
of why don't you just send pictures of fake people?
well, because it's still my company. Like
Yeah, but you
every
think that some customer you're gonna roll up on their property and they're gonna be like, "Yo, I want
maybe,
this blonde, blue-eyed Tom guy on my property, bitch. Where's he?" You can
yeah.
always say he's always
Like
on
what
another
kind?
site.
Yeah, but if you present yourself differently from the start, is that good for your relation? I don't see how that's good for your relationship at all.
I'm saying no one will know.
Uh,
I agree it's not good for your relationship if they can prove that the pictures of the headshots of the people, like if you show up to a house and the picture you stole off the internet and put on your website as a headshot is the person who's in the house, I see a fucking problem there. But otherwise, how are they going to identify? Just say, need pictures of people from England that still have good teeth, and then post that picture and you'll never run into them.
yeah, I'm probably overthinking it, but I'm also not out to fool anyone. You know, I am who I am, and I you can tell pretty easily.
Well, you need to use a real picture of you.
Well,
I'm
that's what I
talking about
did, but
for
it
this.
whitewashed all the tattoos off, you know? So,
I once
and
had a picture of my dog and had him as CEO on my website.
that's a great idea. Worker, you want to be on? Where is he? Somewhere around there.
Hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, anyway, So Intrigue Media is putting me through the paces, not just like they're building the website, they get a bunch of pictures, all this stuff. I had a meeting with them yesterday. Um, Far more skilled at what they do than I would be at what they do. Um, they were asking me things and setting me up with all these profiles for this and CRM, all shit that I probably should know as a good business owner, but I don't know. And honestly, I never cared about up until, well, I still don't really care, but maybe we need to care if we're gonna.
You care about the fact you should be caring about it. But no, you don't care about the fact you should be caring about it enough to actually do something.
Well, not personally, but I'm putting it in their
Oh,
hands, right?
yeah.
Because I'm feeling like if we don't do this, we're gonna get left behind. Other people are gonna take our spot. They're gonna take. We're already losing market share to other people who are doing a better job at marketing themselves and all this shit, right?
Do
Because
you think you're losing market share realistically?
um,
I'm
I
being honest here. Like
I
do you
think
really think that NDL is losing market share in Cornwall because Jim's Landscaping is fucking got a better website?
if I'm not the first landscaper that comes up whenever you Google landscaper in Cornwall,
Let's find
that's
out.
not good enough for me. Just because I
Build the
want to.
welding features my last Google.
I didn't hear you. You're breaking up over there.
Yeah.
You have low
What?
bandwidth.
Oh, I have Google.com would like to use your location. Allow, whatever. So you don't come up in the first three when I Google it.
I know, and I feel like I need to.
Do you know McDonald's?
Yeah, yeah,
McDonald's?
that's my old boss. It's not him, that's his son now that
He's
runs
got
that.
25-star ratings on Google.
Yeah, yeah, Liam's a good kid, and I mean, he's very new at landscaping.
Cornwall Landscape and Paving.
Yeah, we took one of their workers, JP,
20,
came to work with us.
29 5-star reviews.
Yeah, Joel's okay. He's small time, good landscaper, but
Burgon Landscaping.
he's a nobody.
14. He's only got a 4.1 star.
I don't know.
Lasting Impressions Landscaping.
He's phenomenal. Like he owns fucking half the Permacon catalog. So
Okay.
Kevin is a great landscaper.
Vision Landscaping and Design.
Yeah, they rent space from me at the yard. He's another Kevin who he's a good landscaper. He does some great work.
He comes up ahead of you on the Google search.
Yeah, which is fine, but I'm telling you, that's why we're doing this to get this market share.
Cornwall Landscape.
That's the same guy as before, isn't it?
No,
Cornwall.
the other guy was Vision Landscaping and Design. This
No,
guy's
no.
Cornwall Landscape.
Yeah, yeah, but I thought that's what you meant earlier
There's
when I.
another Cornwall Landscape and Paving.
Oh, never heard of them.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Cornwall. So you're not in the first 10 searching.
Exactly. That's why we're doing this to get back up there.
Genesis Landscape. Well, now people are coming up from Oshawa, I guess, because that's where I am.
No.
Do you have a Google account?
Yep.
you're number 10 for me.
Do you?
But I had to Google in Cornwall, Ontario, because it was also showing me companies in Cornwall, UK.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back up there is what we're gonna do, right? Because right now, everything I've pulled in this year has been a repeat client. And I mean that's great business, but
Did they show you your website?
no, not yet. We don't have
Okay.
it's not ready yet, so they're
And
working on that.
have they been doing
do you know
ads?
Blair Martell Excavation and Landscaping?
Yeah.
Got some nice stuff here.
Yeah, he's trying to be a civil contractor now, that guy.
Do you know the
Just
Dutchman Landscaping?
I don't even know if he's still in business.
Oh,
He
here you
built,
are. The picture on your Google is okay.
no, that's just the latest review that posted a picture, right? It's not.
You only have a 4.5 rating.
Yeah, because that fucking moron that I told to fuck off left me a 1-star review. Because I didn't want to do his like $1,000 topsoil job. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I think we read the review and everything.
Mark provided a quote.
That's Marco, the fucking
Provided a
faggot. Sorry. Not
provided a
faggot,
quote
gay,
for,
faggot. You know what I mean.
for provided a quote for the job by Chad, called to confirm his quote to go ahead, and left 2 voicemails. No response or callback. When finally spoke on the phone, asked politely for a reason, hung up on the call. Very unprofessional. Press and hold to react.
Put a thumbs down.
I'm Well, there's not that many choices.
Yeah, there's only a heart, a thank you, fire, licking lips, and a head explosion.
Okay, well then
I
don't put it.
I oh, I gotta sign into my Google account to fucking do this. Fuck this. Fucking why you make this shit so hard? I'm trying to help Chad here.
No. Don't.
Oh, it's
Well,
I can do a
Intrigue is
review of
helping
natural
me.
design
So
landscapes.
we'll.
Chad is very easy to speak with and takes a lot of pride in his work. I would highly recommend.
I just haven't been
Positive.
pushing the Google reviews.
You have never read your own Google reviews?
No, not really.
Chad and his team deliver the best landscaping work around. Hired Chad for my pool surround and other landscapes projects around the house. Extremely innovative and unique with their designs.
Wow, look
Your
at that.
project will stand out from the rest. And this guy has 5 reviews. Like he does this, he knows how to write a review. Oh, there's the guy that hates you. Our company needed a water truck, and Chad was able to have one out to us in about an hour. Thank you for the tremendous service. Tristan. Do you know that guy? You must
Yeah,
have
he's
helped him with a
another
water
landscaper,
truck.
Seaway Landscape or something like that. Nice guy.
If you're looking for someone to bring your outdoor vision to life, I cannot recommend Chad and his team enough. They completely transformed my front walkway and garden beds last summer, and I'm still blown away by the results.
Good. Great.
Chad was incredibly easy to work with, professional, communicative, and generally invested in the project. The craftsmanship is stunning. They perfectly complemented the traditional style of my house, giving it fresh new life. I can't wait to see it all fill in as the plants mature. 10 out of 10 experience.
Oh,
These people really love their Villaggio.
well, the Villaggio is easy to work with, and that's the style in our market. A lot of Villaggio.
People do like Villaggio.
Like
I
it.
like it. It's a nice paver.
Me too. I like it.
Chad's got some great reviews. I
Well,
only
we're
had
gonna
one
have
bad
to do
review,
more.
but you know that you can complain to Google about that review, right? And they'll take it down.
I
Yeah,
tried
maybe.
that. They didn't take mine one down.
I did. They
Maybe
took it down.
that's something I'm gonna ask Intrigue about. Maybe they can help facilitate getting the review taken down. You know, well, because they know a lot more about all of this than I do. They had me creating accounts for this and that and linking shit, and it's like it's a big ordeal to get set up to be doing this right. Like, imagine doing it on your own. I don't know. I don't know how you'd do that. It would definitely take a time investment. And that's one thing I don't have.
I think it's like anything that if you start from the beginning, you keep building your knowledge.
But my plate is so full in the summer that I don't know if it would be a good use of my time to try and go it alone.
I don't think you should. But I'm saying if when natural design, when you first started it, if you had built your own website and done your own Google and had, you know, year over year for the last 15 years had continued to build that, you would have a greater understanding of what's going on. I still think at this
But
point in your
maybe,
life, you would be better to pass that on to someone else, but you would understand it more, is what I'm getting at.
but instead of building my website and all this shit in my early years, I was busy hauling ass landscaping and
You got
growing that part of
Winters.
the company. What?
You got Winters to work on learning a
Yeah.
different skill.
Um, yeah, potentially, I guess.
It's just not something that you want to
Yeah, like, if you're
invest
not
your time
passionate
into.
about it, why
Yeah.
would you even entertain it, you
Right.
know? If it's going to be a struggle from the start and not make you happy, then just don't fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it doesn't make sense to me anyway. I mean, if you are a person who likes to be miserable all the time, like PK, I mean, go ahead and run your own CRM software, whatever, you know, and
A
be proud
person
about
that
it
likes to
being
be
fucking miserable.
miserable.
Well, you do. You said it yourself.
That I like being
That you're
miserable.
not happy unless you're miserable.
That's true. I've said that, I agree with it. I think that is. I think that I still would say that that's probably true. I'm happiest when I'm miserable.
Yeah, I'm not.
I bumped into an old friend at the Techo show, which was nice. Starting his he quit his job and he's starting his own thing. So I'm excited for him.
Oh, at
That'll
his
be
age,
a
like, is he old? Well, as old as you are? Like, is he starting fresh at 50?
he's the same age as I was when I started this company.
So 60, he's 45.
He's 45. Yeah.
Good for him.
Starting the same way I started. Dump trailer S70.
Ah, dump trailer.
Well, that's how you started.
I know. So my fencing guy, Nick, he he pulled into the yard the other day, didn't notice him. He was getting a trailer fixed or something like that. He's like, "Fuck, my dump trailer. I spent $1,000. He spent some stupid amount to get it fixed." And he's like, "It's worse than before." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a dump trailer." He's like, "Yeah, and now I'm gonna go buy a new fucking dump trailer." I'm like, "Don't buy another dump trailer." But some people are just suckers for punishment. They like being miserable. Anybody who owns a dump trailer, they don't fucking dump right. Like,
They
it,
don't float. You know what's funny? I don't know if you saw it, but I posted a video of we bought some tarps for our dump trailers.
yeah, I didn't see the videos, but I understand the concept of buying tarps.
So we bought tarps, but they're yellow. Did you see it, Mike?
I saw the picture.
Yeah. So they're yellow tarps with black lines through the middle. They're Cody just I just said to Cody, the dump trailer tarps are fucked. One of them has been on that dump trailer since I bought it in 2007. So get the fuck rid of these tarps. Get a couple brand new tarps. She said, "Oh, okay." So Cody, whatever, found some place to buy tarps and order them. And Andrew needed a new tarp for his triaxle, so she ordered him a tarp. And then she called me and said, "Hey, is there some color of tarps you want?" Because she has a purple tarp for her truck that she special ordered from this place. And I said, "I don't know. Is there yellow, gold and black tarps? Like, it's Paver King." So she ordered these tarps and they came and they're like literally almost the same color as my stickers. But that's just random shit. But I posted the video and like people were DMing me going, "Oh, baller with the fancy tarps." I'm like, "What are we talking about here? Those look expensive." And I'm like, "I don't know. Three tarps were $600. But one of them is a dump truck tarp. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like it's a full triaxle tarp." So I'm like, I thought $600 for three tarps was cheap as shit.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know why, but we have this impression that dump truck tarps are going to be expensive whenever they're not. It's probably the cheapest thing you can buy for a dump truck or a dump
A
trailer or
dump
anything
trailer.
is the tarp.
Yeah.
You know, like they're super cheap. I got two for $400.
So I think that the dump trailer tarps are a little bit smaller than your dump truck tarps. They're not as wide because the truck is 8 feet wide and the dump trailers are 7.
Okay.
So and the tarp's probably longer on the dump truck than the anyways, whatever. The tarp for the triaxle was probably $400. Like that's I think they're usually around 350, 400. So that means that these dump trailer tarps were like $100 each. And Cody said she paid $20 more because they were yellow per tarp. But I was like, I don't think any of this was expensive or a baller move. It's
No,
just me. It's literally just Cody asking the question if they have tarps that will coordinate with our company colors.
just have to ask. My buddy has green seatbelts in his dump truck because his company colors are green.
How do you get green seatbelts?
I don't know. It came from the factory, green seatbelts, or you can order replacement seatbelts for the truck, and
Really?
they can come green. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, it is neat. I'm like, how much was that? He's like, I don't know, like $50. Like, see, fucking another thing, just like tarps.
The, I
Just like
got
fucking
sent
tarps.
I got sent an article this week of apparently in Ottawa now have to pay $500 a year to be licensed as a hardscaper.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Other couple people have sent me that as well. Like, you
Yeah.
have to be.
And like the news outlet interviewed somebody and they're like, this is gonna put a real strain on my business. It might even it might even put me out of business or something like that. I was like, $500 a year is gonna
$500 doesn't change my landscape life. The only way it could change my life is if I don't have it and then they make me stop working until I get it,
Yeah.
you know? Then there's a problem. But I'll put $500 in the fucking bylaws pocket right there and be like, let me continue to work. I don't give a shit. So I don't know. Jack is like, oh, this job's in Ottawa. You need your landscape license. I said, well, we'll worry about it if we get it. I said, did you build that in to the job? He goes, no. I said, well, we don't work in Ottawa, so we got to recoup that $500 somehow.
Oh. Yeah, but that license you could spread. So you
Spread?
need a landscape license to do a commercial job in Ottawa?
I don't know. And
It's a
who's gonna
hardscape
check?
specific license, so specifically for hardscaping.
Mm,
Do you have to write a test or they just want 500
I
bucks?
think they just want
yeah,
500
they want
bucks.
$500.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
What was that? Mike, can you pull up that email for the truck that we were supposed to rate?
Oh yeah. You sent me
Can you
the
post the
picture
picture?
in the group chat?
I sent it to you. I sent it to you in the group chat, I think, or in an
Yeah, yeah.
email.
The
Someone
email didn't
emailed
come
me a
through.
someone emailed me a rate your truck.
Is that the one you
It's in the
emailed
group
me?
chat.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I emailed you the email, but then you guys said, and then I put the truck into the group chat, I think. Chad started a new group chat.
From landscapes, because you're always messaging me on natural design landscapes, and I hardly am ever on that account.
So we're moving our group chat to this now.
I'd love it if you did.
I'm not in that group chat.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You- Maybe you don't follow Landscape
You
Dad.
are. No, you
You
are.
are.
Chad and I am a hardscaper in this group chat.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that I never use. I'm never on that one.
Oh,
Well,
So
it's
now
brand
it's
new.
it's flipped.
It's brand new. Chad just, oh, you're never on I am a hardscaper?
Yeah, I'm always logged into How to Hardscape, so I had to switch.
So we need to start a group chat that's I am a hard, we need to start a how to hardscape landscape daddy paver king group chat. I'll do it with the
we've
picture
only
of the
been doing
pickle.
this 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you start a new group chat, and I'm like, why the fuck did he start a new
Well,
one?
it's just because I wanted to send you guys something that I saw from Landscape Daddy, because I was cruising that account, right?
Oh, did you find the picture, Mike?
Yeah, it's coming up right now.
Oh, okay. Can you do one of you guys have the email? Or should I find it? And I could read it because I never am the one who reads these emails.
Read what email?
You
The
didn't.
email from the
Oh,
person who sent the truck.
gotcha.
The
I'm
email you
trying to
sent me
give
was
it
blank.
fucking credit. The whole email was blank, or I thought just the picture was blank.
No, everything wasn't there. This is the truck, though, right?
This is the truck. The whole thing was blank?
Yeah, the whole thing was blank.
That's fucking weird.
Is the truck real, or is the real truck fake decals, or is the whole thing fake?
No, there was a listing of the truck, but I just got to find it. I can see where you're complaining that the email is blank here.
Okay, I got the email.
I have the email. It's not blank. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So this is from Dustin Flaska, owner of Flaska Landscaping LLC in Traverse City, Michigan. Uh, so this is a 2026 International HV Cummins L9 Allison Live PTO high lift dump, very spicy. So the truck is real. I think that the Pickle King sticker might be fake, but
It's a
that's a
fucking
nice.
wicked looking truck.
It's a nice truck. And he says
It's a
in
beautiful.
the he says in the email it says I have a twin truck to that one, not attached, but it has a stellar hook, which is yes, a regionalized hook company. This guy obviously listens to the podcast. And this also has a non-dead PTO, which he also finds weird to even have him mention because no one's ever heard of a not alive PTO. Um, and he will have photos for the upcoming Rate My Fleet. So he sent this one, which is the pickle truck. I
What
like
is it?
this
What
truck. I
is
think
it?
it's a nice truck.
It's a beautiful truck.
I
It's
always like the international HVs. I think they're nice. I think they have a nice front. They're
well, they're changing the front on them, eh? This year or next year. They're making
are
them
they?
more like the as far as I know, uh the like the 4600. Like right now they're like the 4600s or the 7400s or whatever, and they're making them more like the new CVs. They have a more
Mm.
like a streamlined front end. I think anyway, that's what I heard. Could be wrong, but I've always liked the international looking truck. They look tough. They look stout.
I like the Pickle King sticker. I think that's well done.
Yeah, it's a nice truck. Yeah,
It's very accurate to the our crown too.
yeah, it is, eh? For the
I like this
shape of
truck. I would give this truck a 5 out of 5. It has the right if I was ordering this truck, it has the right transmission and the right motor.
yeah, that's the
It
winning
has
combo,
the
right?
Cummins L9 and an Allison. Those are good. That's a very good choices in my book.
Great for resale.
So,
Yeah,
you're right. Very good for resale. Yeah, absolutely. They are absolutely great for resale. Yes,
but hopefully you'll have this truck for another 15 years because it's a nice truck.
it is. It's a really nice
I
truck.
like the low box on it. Like it's not a super high dump box. Like a skid steer could load
Yes.
into that real nice.
One of the good things about that truck, I think, is the tarp arm is not like in the way of the box
Yeah,
hardly at all.
yeah,
You know, some of them, the tarp arm is on such a steep angle that people are constantly catching it.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I like it. I like it.
so you see how it has like the steel over the roof of the cab?
Yeah,
So the truck I bought, the Peterbilt, the fucking top of it, where it's an old box because the truck's 20 years old. Because most of the new boxes in Ontario don't have that over the cab anymore, right?
yeah.
Um, it still has it, but it's fucking mangled. Like, I mean, like bent and mangled. And I'm like, what the fuck was someone doing to this? Like,
Maybe he caught it going over something low, you know? Like not necessarily had something
uh,
dropped on it or
yeah, I think that you're right. That's the only way that you mangle that and don't mangle the cab
yeah,
because the
probably
cab is
not.
like almost perfect on that truck. The interior is fucking disgusting, but the cab is almost perfect. Um, I climbed up the side of it to look in the back of it, and the whole back of the not the whole back, but most of the back of the truck is littered with beer cans in the dump box. I was like,
Perfect.
man, if I return all those beer cans, I'll save like 1% of what it cost to buy this truck.
1%. Whatever. Whatever.
We dumped, so we use York One to dump garbage. Not that, and we don't obviously don't do garbage, but the odd time when we have garbage from the yard or whatever, we and so Andrew went in there to dump a bin of garbage from cleaning up the yard, and fucking the fuel. What do you think the fuel surcharge percentage was to dump garbage?
Well, they're telling me something like 8% is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, 28%.
Oh,
Whoa.
Jesus.
It was like $250 worth of garbage, and the fuel surcharge was $85.
Wow.
Unreal.
I'm
Unreal.
like, what do you? I understand that everything at the garbage dump runs on fuel, But this is like a small 14-yard bin of garbage. What are you possibly doing with this like small amount? It's like one loader bucket of garbage, $85 in fuel. They're saying it burns extra.
Wow.
But what are your other options? You have to pay it.
Well, Andrew was already there, so Andrew
Yeah.
called me and he was like, "What should I do?" And I was like, "Well, it's more expensive to drive somewhere else, but we are not returning to that place.
Yeah.
Fuck them."
Your hands are tied regardless. So like someone there, so the other place charges you what, 22%?
Maybe,
You're
maybe they
fucked
only charge,
regardless.
maybe they charge 8.
Maybe you'd hope
Which,
so.
being that I've spent a lot of time doing a lot of math on how much fuel trucks burn and stuff, and how you need to recoup it, 8% is high.
Yeah. But they can charge whatever they want. And people are
Well,
still,
everyone can check. Yeah, yeah. We won't be returning to that garbage dump.
yeah.
And then we know a guy like who hangs around our yard that works there. So because it was Andrew and not me at the garbage dump, and he was texting me about it, it was when we were at the fucking Techo show. I think he was there. I texted him. I said, "Hey, mention this guy and see if it does anything." Just because I wanted him to like go over and be like, "Hey, I know this guy." And so he went over. He was like, "Hey, I know this guy," and they were like, "That guy's a fucking moron." And he was like, "Oh, okay." It wasn't helpful.
Yeah.
It didn't help us at all. I was
Right.
like, "Fuck." So yeah, I have a bunch of cans to return now, but whatever. We'll deal with that. Fucking it. We had a lot more phone calls this week. We put out a
That's
lot
good.
of pricing this week, so yeah,
Hmm.
I'm hoping to start next week, but we'll
Oh,
see.
Really?
we're gonna start tearing apart the shop next week. So
Yeah,
should not even.
Remodeling in the inside?
Yeah, one of the shops we're gonna turn into a tool crib.
Uh,
So we tear
how
out the
many
floor.
shops do you have? Three?
That I have two rental property shops, and then our big shop is the one that we use. And then the apartment has what we call the bike shop behind it with three bay doors, and that's what we're renovating this time around. So
so how many outbuildings are there? 4?
one, two, three, correct, yeah. And I'm really hoping to do that can structure this year and then frame that in as another shop because that would be cool.
How many shops do you think you need?
I'll keep building shops as long as people keep wanting to rent them,
Hmm,
you
You should
know.
fair.
start a Secan village. Just
Uh,
get it, give all
I
your
I don't want
workers
to
room and board.
I yeah, I don't want to draw too much attention to
Okay, I
going
guess
on
so.
here,
That makes sense.
but but yeah, let's keep going. Would be a nice spot for us.
Hmm.
The problem is the can that I just bought is higher than the one that I already have, so you can't put the roof on it. You have to buy two cans that are the same height.
So our big sea can, our 40-foot sea can, is an extra tall one.
Yeah, that's what this
And I
is.
thought about the same problem. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have like if we decide to do something like that, I'm gonna have to find one of these extra tall sea cans.
Yeah, which is fine. I'll buy another can with all the doors down the side. Those things are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Like nice
And
for
then what you do with those is you put up divider walls, and then you rent each as a unit.
you could, sure.
No, I'm saying people do it all the time. Yeah, it's
Well,
not
where
like
you are, I
it's
don't
not
know.
some brilliant. Well, I'm sure it would work in Cornwall, man.
Yeah, I
People
don't.
always want to rent a small space to hide shit from their spouse.
Yeah, but I don't want people coming and going all the time. Like business is fine. We have the businesses set up, whatever, but to have random people coming and going, I want to try and avoid that.
Mm.
It's better if it's just for commercial stuff.
Well, maybe some commercial, like maybe someone's got like a cupcake business on the weekend, and they need someone to store their shit during the week.
Yeah, sure. I suppose. Come
You could
store
say
your
businesses.
eggs
You
in
could
our
say
sea can.
businesses only.
Yeah,
Store your easy bake ovens in the fucking sea can,
yeah. I
right?
could, I suppose. I got tons of plans for the yard, but one thing at a time.
Yeah, I have tons of plans for nothing.
Yeah.
I have a plan of survival. I don't want anyone to extinguish my flame this year. I don't want to get voted off the island. That's
Well,
our only goal for this year.
it's to survive. Do you think it's going
Yeah,
to be that hard of a year?
it already is.
Well, you just said the phone was ringing all week.
It doesn't mean we got any jobs.
Well, it's more
Like
promising. My phone hasn't been ringing.
it is. I agree with you. It was more promising, but being that I always take the glasses half empty stance to everything, I would say that you didn't close any jobs. They did price a lot of stuff.
I priced an 8-year-old job today.
I saw that. That's interesting. How did that come up?
Uh, they bought 8 years ago, they bought the house or whatever, or built the house, wanted landscape. It was a client of a client or a sister of a client or whatever. So I did this big, nice landscape design, and they're like, okay, we'll let you know. Nothing, nothing, nothing. A couple of years pass. They're family friends of one of my main installers. So they asked my main installer to go and put a step in for them. Scott's like, do you care? I don't give a shit. Like, I did their quote like fucking 5 years ago at this point. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna build a little step up front. They called me this couple weeks ago, or last week, and they wanted me to come out and have a look at the job again. And they showed me my old rendering. They still want the same thing. Okay, see what I can do. And I went and I um, pulled up the quote for the old job, and I'm just like, well, this was priced 8 years ago. Now we're doing less, but it's gonna cost more, way more. So we're in a different ballpark now than we were 8 years ago. So we'll see. They wanted to switch the curbing out for some walls. I'm like, fuck, that always fucking burns people's arse. Whenever they say the difference in cost between a curbing and a wall, they don't
Yeah.
associate the value of one versus the other. They can't comprehend how one is way more work than the other. And it always upsets them.
And the material is way more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Engineered wall material is always expensive.
It's for a little like a 1 foot wall. We used to like this is back in the day. A 1 foot tall wall was $65 a linear foot back in the day. Right now, I don't even know what it is now. Twice that?
62 dollars a linear foot.
Yeah. So
Probably to some of
yeah,
those people that you're competing against.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But so I don't know. Like, how do you? It's hard, right? Whenever you had a quote for 8 years ago and you see the price of things almost double, you know. But
The
that's just
problem is whenever you're doing something like that is you just have to price it to make like you have
yeah,
to just
yeah. I
write
didn't.
off.
I didn't
Yeah,
say. Well, we got to be kind of close to what our old price was.
yeah.
Like, and can you fault someone for saying, "Oh, you're twice the price that you were 8 years ago"? Well, yeah, but we're 10 times the company we were 8 years ago.
But you're also post COVID.
Post COVID, yeah. Yeah,
Like
that's a good way to say it.
they've raised taxes, everything's gotten more expensive. Everyone's trying to pay for their 50th shot.
The fuel
Like,
was a third of the price that it is now, you know?
yeah, probably 8 years ago you were buying like a 2,500 pickup truck for 40 grand,
Yeah, not now.
not
Not
100 grand,
my
not
black
120 grand.
my black Ford that I had, I remember it had 112,000 kilometers on it, and it was like $32,000 at the time. And I had to call the dealer to say, like, are you sure this is diesel? They're like, yeah, it's diesel. I'm like, fuck, it should be like 45 grand. So I went and bought it right away before they realized that the price was wrong because it was 10 grand cheaper than any diesel pickup comparable at the time.
Mm.
It cost me like $500 a month to drive that truck. It was great. They took my piece of shit GMC on trade. Yeah. What a time to be alive.
What's the time to be alive, man?
Yeah.
The brown 2500 that we have, the Chevy, I bought that when I worked at Conperm. So that was in like 2017, maybe. It's a 2015. It had 100K on it when I bought it, 110 or something. I paid $27,000 for it.
Wow. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was 2 or 3 years old. Paid like $27,000 for it or something. I think I could probably. It's fucked and it has 500K on it. I think I could still sell it for 15 or 16 grand. It's actually not fucked. It's just got some rust showing now, and it was the cheapest vehicle we had to certify of all of them. To be fair,
Be careful because you're going to sell it and then someone's going to ask for half the money back.
I'll make sure I
It
write
needs
as
new
is on the
chains.
fucking thing.
It needs new
Yeah.
chains. $12,000 of new drive chains or whatever.
The $7,000 bulldozer you sold for $12,000.
Yeah, after the
And you should
fact.
have. It's not my fault that you're a moron and bought a $7,000 bulldozer for $12,000.
Yeah.
Not your fucking fault.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready, Mike?
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's the end of the podcast.
Ooh, thank you for watching. Ooh. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.